Hola, ¿cómo están? ¿Todo bien? Bueno, por aquí todo bien también. Entonces hoy vamos a aprender sobre el double object pronouns, okay? Which is direct and indirect object pronouns in a sentence, all right? So by now we should know what is a direct and what is indirect, okay? You have all those hands out and you've been using these two with pronouns. But in this lesson, we're not going to use pronouns anymore. We're going to use it in questions, and we're going to use it in answers, in fact, but not in comment, okay? All right, so right here. So remember, the direct object pronoun, it's when you replace the object with what? With la, lo, las, and los. And indirect object pronoun is where the object is going to, all right? And you replace it with me, te, le, nos, and les, correct? Okay, so I'm going to have my own examples, okay? Not the book's example. All right, so again, to make a statement, question, but no comments. No comments. We're not doing comments. Okay. So, for example, okay, we're talking about you telling me about how your best friend brought the books to you. All right, this is a fact. It's not comment, and it's also you talking about something that happened in the past. So you talking about how he or she brought the book back to you. All right. So how would you say that with a comment? All right. Mi amiga me los trajo. All right, let's analyze this. Mi amiga is your friend, right? Your friend, she brought the books to you, back to you. All right, and trajo is traer in pretérito, okay? Because it's something that happened already. Now, books, it's them, and them is los, and she brought them to you, to me, right? Which is this one right here. So this one right here is the indirect object pronoun, and this one right here is the direct object pronoun, okay? But in this case, in Spanish, this one go here and this one go here, okay? So in Spanish, this sentence is wrong. You say, mi amiga. Oh, no, never mind. No, this is right. What I'm talking about. I'm sorry. This is right. It's in English. In English, it's the other way, right? My friend brought them to me, okay? In English is the other way. This one comes first, which is the direct, all right? And then indirect comes second, all right? Right here. So in Spanish, again, is the other way. You always have to have the indirect first and then the direct. This is not a command, okay? This is different, all right? So now, when you have only one verb in the sentence, you always have to have those commands before the verb, okay? And this is the verb, trajo. Trajo, that's the verb. Or you must have those two pronouns in the back, okay? Before the verb. All right, so now we are, let's see, another sentence. So we are talking about movies, all right? Movies, and you bought a bunch of movies for your best friend, okay? For your best friend. So that will be yo, okay, le, okay, yo, películas a María. Okay, this is a little bit complicated right here. All right, so again, you have to have the two pronouns in front of the verb. The verb is here, you see? This is the verb, and I only see one pronoun, which is le. Why we're using le here? You buying the movies for whom? For Maria. So you have to have here le, for her. And then what is the object here? What is the indirect object pronoun? The indirect object pronoun is las películas, which we're going to replace it for las. And that last have to be right here, right? Because again, first is indirect, second is direct, and then the verb, and then who you going to do, who buy or do something for. All right, so in Spanish, you can have the name of the person here plus the pronouns, okay? Which it sounds like, I'm going to buy them for her, for Maria. Yes, in English is wrong. You cannot repeat the indirect object pronoun. In Spanish, you do. You can repeat the indirect object pronoun, but you cannot repeat the direct object pronoun. So you cannot say, I'm going to buy them the movies. Okay, you can. So the same thing in Spanish. You can't do that, but you can do it with indirect. Now, you remember how in the past we say we cannot have the double L here? All right, and I see double L here. And remember how I say that indirect becomes what? Indirect becomes se. Okay? Indirect becomes se. So yo se las compré a María. I bought them for María. Okay? All right. Then this is only one verb, and that's why everything goes in the front. This is one verb, and that's why everything goes in the front. Now I'm going to give you a sentence with two verbs, and look at what's going to happen. Okay, let me see. I'm thinking. That's why I'm taking my time, because I'm thinking about examples. Okay. For example, okay, so we are talking about you gonna buy flowers for who? For your friend, okay? You're gonna buy flower for your friend, okay? For your friend Rosa, okay? And I'm gonna use two verbs. So, vas a comprar flores a, what's the name of your friend? Let's do Nicole. Nicole, okay. So again, we have to use direct and indirect in this sentence. And I see one verb and two verbs. I see two verbs. Okay, so what is the indirect object pronoun? Indirect. So I'm going to buy flowers to Nicole. So the indirect object pronoun is Nicole. Nicole is the one who's going to receive those flowers. So you're going to replace Nicole for, what's the answer? For le, correcto. And remember how we say everything before the verb? So you're going to put it here. And we have to erase flowers. You cannot have le and, I'm sorry. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, so dale, it's Nicole. But yes, in Spanish, you can leave Nicole there and you can have le there. It's okay. It's when you using the direct object pronoun. So which one is the direct object pronoun in this sentence? Flores. And you're going to replace flores for, what's the pronoun? Las, correcto, okay? Okay, I don't want that in capital. Okay. Now, what's wrong here? What is wrong here? This one is wrong, right? Why it's wrong? Because you cannot have double L here. So the direct becomes se. Perfecto. So se la vas a comprar a Nicole, okay? Of course, you already know what here it say you are going to buy them for Nicole. Then, last means them in that case. And you know what then means, which is flowers, right? Okay, so be careful with las, okay? Because las also is an article, all right? Which las also can be the. But in this case, that las is not the. That las means them, okay? Be careful. Okay, so I see one verb and I see two verb. Because you have two verbs, there are two different ways to do this. So all the pronouns go in the front, like this one, in front of the verb, in front of the verb, in front of the verb, or, let's see, or, okay, vas a comprárselas. Or you're going to attach it to the second verb. You see how I attach se and how I attach las to the infinitive, to comprar, what's the R here? Comprársela. So you're going to attach those pronouns to the verb, okay? Vas a comprársela or se la vas a comprar is exactly the same thing. But you only can do this when it's two verbs in the sentence, okay? You only can do this, otherwise you have to put all those pronouns in front of the verb, okay? Vas a comprársela. What you missing here? Comprársela, accent mark, okay? A ver, this topic again can be a little bit tricky, so let's see, let's do homework and hopefully you can solve the problem. If you have issues, you know what to do. Now again, this is not a command. This is answers to question, or this is fact, or this is just you saying something, all right? Something that you're going to do, something that somebody else is going to do. You're not telling someone what to do. No, do not get confused with that. Okay, hasta pronto. Adiós.